Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a tutorial review and swatches of BeBella Oh Poppy Palette. Y'all already know, I already did the daisy. I did the sunflower. Now it's Poppy's turn, and the next one will be the lotus one, which is, I'm looking forward to that. That's my favorite color, so I'm looking forward to that purple palette. This one is super cute. Now, it does have a slip just like all the other ones. I don't know about you guys, but I like it when they add slips. So, this one says Oh Poppy. In the front, it's got a poppy flower, obviously. I like the slips. They look really, really simple compared to what the palette looks like. But I kind of like that they did that whole difference between what the palette looks like and then what the slips looks like. I don't know. I just find it's very interesting the way they did that. Now, in the back, it just says the same as the other two that I've already done. BeBella Cosmetics, made in China right here. When you take out the palette from the slip, this is what it looks like in the front. It has that whole scrapbook thing going on again. And it just says, girls just want to have fun up here. Oh Poppy, BeBella Cosmetics, Sunray, Girl Power, butterflies, and all that stuff right there. Very, very pretty way that they designed this palette. When you open it up, just like the other two that I've already done, it has a huge mirror that you can see your entire face in. And it says BeBella right here. And these are the tones in here, you guys. Now, I am loving this palette a little bit more than the other two that I've already done. And the reason why, they gave me a perfect balance of all the tones in here. Now, if you guys recall, the first one gave me 2 shimmers, 1 glitter, and the rest were all mattes. The second palette, which is the sunflower one, gave me 5 shimmers, no glitters, and all mattes. The rest, this palette gave me 6 shimmers, 1 glitter, and the rest are all mattes. And I'm here for this one because this one gave me a perfect balance of everything that I like in a palette and just squashed it in there. And I love orange tones. I don't know about you guys, but I like orange tones. I feel like orange tones complement a lot of skin tones, and I love the way orange looks on my skin tone in particular. Something that I just can't get over the fact every time I find a nice palette that has orange and rust and just, God, it just reminds me of fall. Honestly, it reminds me of fall. I was born in September, so right around my birthday, you know, the leaves start changing colors. They start falling on the ground, and it's like, oh, I soak it all in. And as soon as November hits, I'm giving you my pumpkin spice latte. Like, no joke, okay? Because I'm about that life right there. So, it's a really beautiful fall palette. Honestly, I think it's good for that. The only tone in here that I don't see myself ever using is that free shade right there. And that's because it is this very beige, I want to say maybe like this much peach in there, like hardly anything, matte. And that's the lightest shade. But like I've said it, and I said it again and before, you guys, there's a ton of people who use a really good primer and they put it on this side of their eye. And it looks beautiful. It looks flawless. It's just not my thing. It's not my style. I don't use them ever. So just sit in the palette, you know. Everything else in here, I could totally see myself using. I didn't get to use that shade. I'm like, oh, because it's like a rust orange. Come on. And then this one is like this pumpkin orange, coral. This one is the one that I use my transition shade. It's just this beautiful, I want to say between a coral and an orange. It just, and it's no joke. That one was super pigmented. It showed up super, super quick. Like, you can still see it right there. It is, from the first time, I actually had to tap I never tap my brush off. And when I picked it up the first time, I was like, ooh, honey, like, let me tap you off. Because that's how strong it was. But, and then all the other shades, I really, really love the one that I used right here on the bottom. It is like this copper penny orange tone color. Very, very pretty, metallic. It's not as blinding as the other shimmers that are in here. But that one is still beautiful on its own the way it came out. I didn't get to try the yellow, obviously. Pretty and Pink is a very, very pretty shade. But I'm just loving the balance of this palette. Like, they gave me a little bit of everything. And it's just like perfect harmony, right? And like I said, I love orange on my eyes. I love wearing orange blushes. Like, orange blushes, I am here for orange blushes, you guys. I actually lost my palette from Glowing in Grease is like by far one of my favorites from BH Cosmetics, and it has orange blushes in there. Those are my go-to, my Blushing in Bali and my Glowing in Grease. And for some reason, when we celebrated my daughter's birthday and everybody showed up, my Glowing in Grease disappeared. Coincidence? I don't know, but I need one of these bees to answer for their theft because, like, that's my go-to blush. But for some reason, I can't do orange lipsticks. I feel weird in them. I feel like Harvest Orange is not what it could go on my eyes, but I don't like it to go on my lips. The one I'm wearing right now is Melted Matte from Too Faced. It is Gingerbread Girl. It's a limited edition that they brought out during, you know, their like close to like fall, you know, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. They did it for their holiday season. But I really, really love this shade. I think it complements the eye so much. I have their Gingerbread Man one too, but that one leans more towards a pumpkin orange, and I don't really like those kinds of I don't like those shades of oranges on my lips per se. So I'm going to start with the swatches, you guys. I'm going to start right here in the beginning, and I'm going to go clear across until we get to the end of this palette, okay? So the first shade is called Free, and like I said, it is just a matte beige tone. Very, very light, you guys. I think it's going to need like 3 swatches. I can't see, I don't know if it has a hint of peach or maybe like a pinch of pink, but it's not completely beige. I don't really like that tone. Like, I don't like it, but I could totally see someone using that in a cut crease, you know, just right here in the beginning area of your eye. I could totally see that. It's not my style. I don't like those tons of shades. I don't even like it right here, you know, a little bit below my eyebrow. And people constantly tell me, well, you can use it as eyebrow highlight. Yeah, but it's not my style. I'm sorry, I don't like it. You know, it's just not me. Next, we have Everlasting. This one is a duochrome. That is the one that I used on my overall lid before I put the glitter on there. On its own, this doesn't even need the glitter. You don't need the glitter in this look, you guys. I always tell you guys when you guys see my tutorials, you guys don't need the glitter. If I'm adding glitter on my eye look that day, believe me, you don't have to add it. You don't have to copy me completely. So this is what that one looks like. Like I said, it is a shift between an orange and a gold. It's super pretty, super pigmented, blinding on the eye. Before I even put the glitter on there, it was fine. The look's fine without it. You don't need it. Next, you have Oh Honey. This is another gold. It's very funny that now that I'm adding this one next to that one, they look a little similar, but obviously you can tell that that's more yellow, right? This is, like I said, this is a gold and orange shift. This is a straight up gold shimmer. So there is a difference. Obviously, one's a duochrome, one's a regular shimmer. Darling, this one, I mean, it looks like it's another gold, obviously. There's a lot of like similar shades in here. This is 2 swatches. But this one reminds me more of a champagne beigey tone. Sort of like this light peachy nude sort of, you know. You can tell. I know you guys can tell because I can see the difference between the 3. I just think it's funny that they put shades in so close, like eyeballing it, that you're like, why would you do that? In the next row, we have Pretty in Pink. I am loving this pink, y'all. Like, I don't know why I didn't use it. I should have used it because it is that freaking pretty. Look at that. Oh, if there was ever a petal pink matte, this is it, man. This is the one. So pretty. I would use that, definitely. Use that shade. That's such a beautiful shade. She's Blooming. This is a matte yellow. I'm going to add 2 swatches. But already on that first swatch, it looks really pigmented for a yellow. There's a little bit of fallout too, you guys, when I was putting my finger in the pan. Obviously, there's a little bit of fallout. Springfield, this is that one that I was showing you guys earlier. It does remind me between a bronze and an orange. It is a shimmer. This one is super pretty. Look at that. Y'all, when I put that on my eye, I could not get over the fact of how pretty it looks in person. Earlier, when I was sort of telling you guys, okay, this is this, I gave you guys like a little half swatch during the tutorial video, and it did not give it justice. This one gives it more of a justice of what it looks like in the pan, because the earlier one that I gave you guys right here on my hand, it looked okay, not as pretty as that. Now you have Exotic. Exotic is a glitter. I'm going to put the glitter. Well, I can put it up here. It's fine. This is such a beautiful glitter. I'm going to tell you guys, you need no adhesive. It's perfectly fine on its own. Pretty much nothing stays behind. Look at, that's how good it sticks to your eye. I patted it all over my eyelid, covering that first initial shade, but this has multi glitters in there. So it has pinks, what looks like a petal ballerina pink, and then gold, bronze, maybe like a beige, and I'm thinking it's a green or a yellow, but if you see that in person, you will fall in love with this shade if you love glitters, obviously. Not everybody, I know a lot of you guys have told me you guys don't like glitters, then this is probably not the palette for you, or you can probably still get it, you know, it's $12. Pop that glitter out, throw it away, do whatever you want with it, you know. It's just one glitter. In the next row, we have Flower Child. This is a very peachy shimmer. Yeah, you can tell. It's like a peach nude almost. I love that one, though. I'm here for that one. Look at that. That's like really light, but as a shimmer, I feel more comfortable using light tone shimmers than I do using light tone mattes. And that's just me, okay? Secret Garden. This is just a matte orange. Ooh, I love this one. That's such a bright pigmented orange. Ooh, yeah. That's a pumpkin orange if I ever saw one. But I'm not hating that one. I would totally stick that on my eye. Picnic Day. I used this one today. It's just a matte brown. Fairly light compared to that brown that I was using yesterday, you know. But this one still worked for what I needed it to do. And it's not patchy. Poppy Petals. This one, oh, you guys, this is such a beautiful coral orange type of matte tone. I did use it as my transition shade, and like I said, it is pigmented. It did not come to play. Look at that. Definitely, if you're going to use that shade, tap, tap, tap that brush off. You're not going to want to put it on straight on your eye like that. It is super. It did not come to play. Ravishing is a dark rust orange. Honestly, I didn't get to use this one today, and I was just like dying to use it. Look how pigmented that is. Oh, that's such a beautiful rust. Perfect for fall. Come on. Sunray. That is just a very bright orange. Matte. Some of these matte have a little bit of fallout. Like the one that I'm just using right now, the Sunray one. That has quite a bit of fallout in the pan as I'm just putting my finger in it to do the swatches, okay? So I'm pretty sure you're going to get quite a bit of fallout as you're, you know, using your brush, obviously. There's just like a ton right here accumulated right on the side. And that's just from me rubbing my finger in there. That's a lot. Next, you have One of a Kind. This is such a beautiful foiled shimmer. I use this as my inner corner highlight, you guys. And it is so beautiful, so buttery. I want to say this is between a beige and maybe like a rose gold. This one's 1,000 times better than that one from the Sunflower palette. Remember I told you guys that one that was like thick and flaky? This one's not flaky at all. And it has that same thickness consistency. It still has that same blindy, shimmery formula to it. It doesn't flake off like that other one did. And I'm here for that, okay? Last, we have Blossom. Blossom is so close to the color shirt that I'm wearing right now. I would say, honestly, it's like a coral. It's a straight up coral. And you can already tell it is a very light, bright, bold coral. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful matte. And these are all the tones in this palette. Definitely, you guys, oh my god, it just keeps getting better and better as I'm using these palettes and I'm doing these reviews for you guys. I'm like finding out which ones I love the most, and this is my number one so far. I would definitely say this is my number one. I can't say who is my number two because I haven't even used the Lotus, you know, and who knows, maybe tomorrow when I use the Lotus, I'll find out that my Lotus is going to be my number one and this is going to be my number two, you know. Definitely, I would say Sunflower. as of right now, I would put Sunflower at maybe like a number 3. And then that Daisy would be like the 4th one, because it's like the bread, the butt bread, you know, everybody touches it, but don't nobody want it. That's what the Daisy one is to me. Like, it's the butt bread. Nobody wants the butt bread. So that is it for the swatches, you guys. If you guys want to see how I created this look today, then just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so for my first color, I used Poppy Petals as my transition shade. And this, it's like a orange, straight up red-orange matte. It did not come to play. It is super pigmented. So I would say go fairly light on that. I packed it on because, you know, like, it didn't really make a difference to me, but you can see it obviously there, so it didn't come to play. And that's the one you guys can see me using in my transition shade, okay? So for the next shade that I used Everlasting right here. Everlasting is a duochrome shimmer. It is between a gold and an orange shift. Super cute. You just can't see it because I have it, you know, covered with that glitter on top, but it's on its own. You don't even need glitter. That shimmer on its own is super pretty. So that's what you guys are going to see me do. I'm just going to take my finger and apply it on my entire lid, okay? Okay, so what I did next, you guys already know I love glitters, and they only gave me one glitter, so I applied Exotic on top of that. Exotic is super pretty. It's like a combination between champagne, gold, and these light pink glitters all rolled into that pan right there. Super cute. And it just enhances that shimmer that's already on there. I don't know, it just makes it look so... That's a perfect name for it, Exotic. I'm just going to take it on my finger, you guys, and pat it over that entire lid, okay? Next, I took Picnic Date, and I just applied it. It is like a... It's a brown matte. I'm not going to say dark brown matte because it's not that dark. It's just a straight up brown matte. And I applied it right here in the outer corner and then down here about halfway, okay? So that's what you guys are going to see me do. And then I took Springfield right here. And Springfield is just a beautiful copper orange shimmer. It is so, so pretty. I think it doesn't even give it justice. The swatch does not give justice to how beautiful that color is in real life. So I just basically took that on a pencil brush. This is an AOA Studio. This is basically just a thin little firm pencil brush. And I applied it right here in this area, you know, blending into that brown that's already there. That's what you guys are going to see me do, okay? Finally, for my inner corner highlight, you guys, I used One of a Kind. It is super pretty. I want to say it's between a champagne and maybe like some type of hint of a rose to it, tint to it. It is a foiled shimmer, super thick. I had no flakish problems, surprisingly. But I am going to take it and I'm just going to apply it on my lid right there, you know, my corner, using my finger like I do always, okay? So that's basically it for the eye look, you guys. Let me go put some black in my waterline, and I'm going to put some mascara on this eye, and then I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up, okay? So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. As you guys can tell, I did not add any black eyeliner, which is normally my go-to. I add black eyeliner to all of my looks, and that's just who I am. That's what I like to do, right? I decided not to do it this time, just so you can give you guys the full effect. But I do love these tones in here. Like, I live for oranges. It's like one of my favorite tones for shadows. I don't know why. But yeah, let me back you guys out and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this palette, okay? Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I really, really like this palette. This super cute palette. I think if I had to compare them all, like right now. I obviously can't compare every single one of them. I can only compare the ones that I've already tried. This one has got to be my favorite right now that I can say. I haven't tried Lotus, and you already know Lotus has purples, and purples are my favorite, but I love that they added glitter in here. I love that they gave me enough shimmer. So there's 5, no, actually there's 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 shimmers, y'all. Okay, remember that first palette? They only gave me 2 shimmers and 1 glitter. The second palette gave me 5 shimmers and no glitters. This one gave me 6 shimmers, y'all, and 1 glitter, and the rest are all mattes. I'm here for this one. Because it gave me a perfect balance of everything that I could ever want in a palette, right? Now, given free over here, that lightest shade right there, I would never use that in the entirety of the palette. But that is one shade. I think that's awesome. That's one shade that I would never probably use because it is a matte and it is like a vanilla white. I don't like those type of tones. This one is the second lightest, and that one's a shimmer. That's a shimmer. And all the mattes in here are dark enough for my skin tone. I was dying to use Ravishing right there. I didn't even get to use that one today. But it is like a dark brick orange. Oh, God, it looks so pretty. I know I'm making that face like it's ugly, but it's not. It's super pretty. I like it. I like orange, like makeup looks, you know. I don't know why the heck. Orange is something funny to me because I can never see myself wearing it as far as lipstick goes. Straight up pumpkin orange, I cannot do that. But I love the way orange looks on my skin tone, on my eyes. And I love orange blush, but I can't do orange lipstick. Like, I don't know why. As far as like orange clothes, I can do orange if it's a certain type of orange. I prefer dark, rust, brick orange. Oh, God, I love those. Especially in the fall. Come on. Come on. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.